Have you ever wondered why so many of our modern, self-help techniques, our mindfulness apps, or even the yoga studios on every corner feel strangely familiar, as if they're not new at all? That's because they aren't. They're actually modern packaging of something humanity has known for thousands of years. Our ancestors, the ancient mystics, shamans, sages, and seers, discovered powerful spiritual technologies that could shift human consciousness, heal the body, and unlock deeper states of awareness. These were not just rituals or religious practices, they were technologies of the spirit. Tools to rewire the mind, open the heart, and align the soul with the universe. And here's the incredible part. Many of these technologies still work today, sometimes even better than our modern gadgets and quick fixes. In fact, I'd argue they're more relevant now than ever, because we live in a world drowning in distractions, artificial stimulation, and spiritual amnesia. So, in this video, we're going to journey back in time, across civilizations, Egypt, India, Tibet, Africa, Mesoamerica, and beyond, to uncover these ancient practices. We'll explore what they are, how they were used, and how you can still apply them in your life today. So grab a seat, open your mind, and let's dive into the ancient spiritual technologies that still work today. And hey, before we start, if you enjoy content like this, deep, mystical, but practical, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us spread this kind of wisdom to more people who need it. Alright, let's begin. One of the simplest but most profound ancient technologies is breathwork. Long before modern science confirmed that deep breathing lowers stress and rewires the nervous system, ancient yogis in India were practicing pranayama, or the control of life force energy through breath. The Egyptians had similar practices. The Taoists in China mapped entire breathing cycles connected to the body's organs. And shamans across the world used rhythmic breathing to enter trance states. Why is breath so powerful? Because it is the bridge between body and spirit. You can live weeks without food, days without water, but only minutes without breath. Every inhalation is life entering you. Every exhalation is a release of what no longer serves. Today, techniques like box breathing, Wim Hof breathing, or simply mindful inhalation and exhalation are modern echoes of these ancient technologies. They calm anxiety, increase energy, and, if practiced deeply, can even open mystical states of consciousness. So if you want to access ancient wisdom right now, you don't need a temple, a guru, or special equipment. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath in, hold it, release slowly, and watch your whole state of being change. Meditation is probably the most universal spiritual technology humanity has ever discovered. From Buddhist monks in Tibet, to Christian mystics, to Sufi dervishes, to African shamans, everyone, everywhere, in some form, discovered the power of stillness. The ancients realized that the mind is both a prison and a key. Left untrained, it's restless, reactive, and chaotic. But when focused, it becomes a tool for liberation. Meditation is how you upgrade the software of your consciousness. Science now shows meditation reshapes the brain, reduces depression, and boosts creativity. But the ancients weren't doing it just to feel calmer. They were doing it to pierce the veil of illusion, to connect with the divine, to realize their true self, and to transcend suffering. And here's the secret, it still works today. Meditation is not about escaping the world. It's about tuning your inner instrument so you can live with clarity and power in the world. So next time your phone pings, your mind races, or your emotions spiral, remember this ancient tech, close your eyes, breathe, and observe. That's meditation, simple, timeless, transformative. Before electricity, before smartphones, before speakers and headphones, the ancients already knew that sound was sacred. They used drums, chants, mantras, bells, gongs, and even silence to shift consciousness. Think about it. Every culture has sacred sounds. The Hindu, the Gregorian chants in Christian monasteries, the Sufi dhikr, the Native American drum circles, the African talking drums. These weren't just songs, they were technologies. Why? Because sound is vibration, and vibration creates form. If you've seen cymatics experiments where sound waves create geometric patterns in sand or water, you know this truth. Sound literally shapes matter. When you chant, Om, your entire body vibrates with the frequency of creation. When you drum in rhythm, your brain synchronizes with the beat and enters altered states. This is why music still moves us so deeply, it's the most ancient technology of resonance. So the next time you're stressed, try chanting, humming, or even just playing a singing bowl recording. You'll feel your whole vibration shift, just as the ancients did thousands of years ago. Astrology often gets dismissed as superstition today, but let me remind you, every ancient civilization took it seriously. Egyptians aligned temples with star systems. Mayans mapped the heavens with incredible precision. Babylonians tracked planetary cycles. Even kings and emperors consulted astrologers before making decisions. Why? Because they saw the cosmos as a living mirror of human life. As above, so below. They believed the positions of stars and planets reflected patterns of destiny, personality, and collective energy. And here's what modern science has proven: the moon affects tides. Our bodies are mostly water. Is it really so far-fetched to think celestial bodies could influence human energy? Astrology is a spiritual calendar, a way to understand cycles and align your actions with universal rhythms. Farmers planted by the moon. Warriors marched by the stars. Mystics meditated during eclipses. Today, people still use astrology to understand themselves, their relationships, and even their best timing for action. Whether you're a believer or skeptic, one thing's certain: this ancient technology continues to guide millions around the world. Numbers are not just tools for counting, they are symbols of vibration. The ancients believed numbers carried spiritual essence. Pythagoras, the Greek mathematician, taught that numbers are the language of the universe. In Kabbalah, numbers correspond to divine attributes. In Vedic traditions, numbers connect with mantras and cosmic patterns. In Africa, sacred numbers were used in rituals, drumming, and storytelling. Numerology is not about predicting the future, it's about decoding the hidden patterns of your life. Your birth date, your name, your repeating numbers, these are clues, keys, reminders from the universe. And guess what? It still works. Have you ever noticed the same number showing up again and again in your life? 111, 222, 777? That's not random, it's the ancient tech of numerology reminding you that the universe is in conversation with you. Another spiritual technology that has stood the test of time is the use of sacred plants. From ayahuasca in the Amazon, to iboga in Africa, to peyote among Native Americans, plants have been teachers and healers for millennia. These weren't just drugs. They were portals. Shamans used them in ceremony to access higher dimensions, heal trauma, and receive visions from the spirit world. Now, in modern times, science is rediscovering what the ancients already knew. Plant medicines can heal depression, PTSD, and addiction. But beyond science, they open the door to something deeper: connection with the intelligence of nature itself. Of course, these are not for everyone and not to be taken lightly. They require respect, intention, and guidance. But the principle is clear: the earth itself provides technologies to awaken our spirit. Even without entheogens, simply drinking herbal teas, burning incense, or sitting with a tree can connect you with the plant kingdom's wisdom. Human beings are ritualistic creatures. Every culture, every tribe, every religion has rituals: birth, marriage, death, harvest, initiation. Rituals are not just empty traditions. They are ancient technologies to program the subconscious mind and connect with higher realities. When you light a candle, you're not just creating ambience, you're invoking fire, transformation. When you circle around a fire, drum, and dance, you're synchronizing your energy with the group. When you anoint with oil, wash with water, or kneel in prayer, you're activating symbolic power. The ancients knew that ritual is how you turn the invisible into the visible, how you embody intention. Even today, your morning routine is a ritual. Your birthday celebration is a ritual. Your meditation practice is a ritual. The question is, are you doing them consciously? If you do, they become powerful technologies for transformation. Symbols are one of the most overlooked spiritual technologies. The Egyptians had hieroglyphs, each carrying layers of meaning. The Hindus have yantras and mandalas. The Christians have the cross. The Taoists have yin-yang. Why symbols? Because the subconscious mind doesn't speak in words, it speaks in images. A single symbol can carry vibrations that bypass the rational mind and connect directly to your soul. Think about it. When you see the heart symbol, you feel love instantly. When you see a skull, you think of death. That's the power of symbols, ancient codes that still activate us today. If you want to awaken this tech in your own life, start surrounding yourself with symbols that represent your higher self. Be it a crystal, a sacred geometry image, or even a word written on your wall. Here's a big one: fasting. Every ancient culture practiced it. Egyptians, Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Native Americans, they all had periods of abstaining from food. Why? Because fasting cleanses not just the body, but also the spirit. When you stop feeding the body, your inner vision becomes sharper. Your energy shifts from digestion to illumination. Today, science has caught up again, calling it intermittent fasting, and showing how it heals cells, reduces inflammation, and extends life. But beyond health, fasting is spiritual technology. It teaches discipline, detachment, and deeper awareness. Try it even for a day. Skip a meal, use that time to meditate. You'll discover why the ancients swore by it. Dreams were sacred to the ancients. Egyptians believed dreams were messages from the gods. Native Americans practiced dream walking. Tibetans developed dream yoga, where you remain conscious inside your dreams. Dreams are not random, they are your soul speaking in symbols. They're a nightly technology of healing, processing, and guidance. In today's world, we often dismiss dreams. But if you keep a dream journal, reflect on recurring symbols, and even practice lucid dreaming, you'll rediscover this ancient technology. Dreams can show you answers, warn you of dangers, and even connect you with loved ones beyond the veil. It still works, you just have to pay attention. From Reiki in Japan, to Qigong in China, to laying on of hands in Christianity, to African spiritual healing, humans have always known that energy flows through the body and can be directed for healing. Ancient healers saw illness as blocked energy. They used touch, sound, intention, and prayer to restore balance. Today, science recognizes the placebo effect, showing belief itself can trigger healing. Energy healing takes it further. It uses intention and life force to align the body's natural ability to heal. If you've ever felt better after a hug or calmer when someone prayed over you, you've experienced this technology. It still works because energy is real and intention directs it. The ancients saw geometry not as math, but as the fingerprint of God. The flower of life, the golden ratio, the spiral of galaxies, seashells, and even DNA, all of it is geometry. Temples, pyramids, mandalas, and cathedrals were built with these sacred ratios because they harmonize energy. Standing inside them alters consciousness. Today, simply gazing at a mandala, meditating on a yantra, or visualizing geometric patterns can activate the same tech. Because geometry is universal, it's the blueprint of creation. Dance was never just entertainment in the ancient world. It was prayer, it was medicine, it was connection. Sufi whirling, African tribal dances, Native American ceremonies, yogic postures, all are forms of spiritual movement. Why? Because the body holds memory. Trauma, joy, and spirit are all encoded in your cells. Moving your body in rhythm releases energy and reconnects you to your higher self. Even today, when you dance freely, you feel liberated. That's not an accident, that's ancient technology at work. Finally, we must mention the elements themselves. The ancients saw earth, air, fire, and water not as substances, but as divine forces. They used fire in rituals of purification, water in baptisms and cleansings, earth in offerings, air in incense and prayer. These elements are still powerful today. Light a candle when you meditate. Wash your hands with intention before prayer. Burn incense. Stand barefoot on the ground. When you engage with the elements, you're plugging into the oldest technology of all, nature itself. So, what have we learned? Breathwork, meditation, sound, astrology, numerology, plants, rituals, symbols, fasting, dreams, energy healing, geometry, dance, and the elements. These are not relics of the past. They are living technologies. They don't require electricity, Wi-Fi, or a subscription. They only require awareness, intention, and practice. The truth is, we are not as modern as we think. We are rediscovering what the ancients already knew, that we are multidimensional beings, connected to each other, to nature, and to the cosmos. So my invitation to you is simple. Don't just learn about these technologies, practice them. Breathe deeply, meditate daily, chant, dance, fast, dream, connect with nature, and watch how your life transforms. Because in the end, ancient wisdom is not about the past, it's about the eternal. It still works, it always will. Thank you for listening to this journey into ancient spiritual technologies that still work today. If you found this valuable, don't forget to like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this wisdom alive and spreading, because the world needs it more than ever. Peace, love, and light to you.